Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emmy, and I just wanted to come on today and talk about my journey in the hopes that it will inspire others on their weight loss journey. So, my weight loss journey has been a struggle for most of my adult life. In my early 20s, my first child was born. That's when all of my ups and downs with my weight got very difficult. I just couldn't seem to lose the weight that I had gained during my pregnancy, and to make it even worse, I just kept slowly gaining more. Now, I was overweight for 6 years after he was born. One day, I was finally fed up with being overweight and feeling bad about myself that I decided I was going to lose the weight. So I drastically cut back what I was eating to the point that my family was concerned that I was becoming anorexic. I was exercising every single day, and I finally managed to lose the weight that I had gained. But within 6 months, I was pregnant again. This time, it took me another 3 years to lose any of the weight. It was even harder this time than it was the last time to lose weight. But eventually, I was able to get down to 120 pounds, which was still heavier than I was before any of my pregnancies. But I was just happy that I was able to lose most of the weight. Now, I still had about 5 pounds I wanted to lose, so I started going to the gym 4 days a week with my sister-in-law. Now, she was losing weight like crazy, but I gradually started to gain weight back. I was still eating the same, and I was still going to the gym. I knew that I wasn't pregnant, I just couldn't understand why I was gaining weight again. So I decided that it was time to go to the doctor to find out what was going on. Now, that's when I was diagnosed with having hypothyroidism. Now, after that, nothing that I did helped me to lose weight. And to make it even worse, I just kept gaining weight. I felt so defeated that I stopped going to the gym or caring about what I ate. After about 2 years, my weight had gotten so out of control that my doctor was concerned for my health. So he prescribed me some weight loss pills. So now, by this time, I was already diagnosed as being pre-diabetic, and my doctor had warned me that I needed to lose weight and to get my sugar under control, or that I would end up being a type 2 diabetic. So I tried Weight Watchers, I tried one of those meal replacement shakes, I even tried one of those meal services that send you pre-packaged food. But nothing that I did seemed to help. In October of that year, my sugar level was so high that my doctor told me I had 3 months to get it under control, or he was going to officially diagnose me as a diabetic and put me on medication to lower my sugar levels. So I left the office feeling so depressed and scared that I went home and I cried to my husband that I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to become a diabetic or to get any of those health problems that come along with it. So my mother struggled with diabetes the last 6 years of her life. So after she was diagnosed with it, her health did nothing but deteriorate. And I didn't want to follow in her footsteps. So that night, I got on my computer, determined to find something to help me lose weight and lower my sugar levels. As I was sitting there scrolling through my search results for the next thing that I was going to try, while I felt absolutely horrible about myself, I came across a page talking about the ketogenic diet. I read all about how people were doing exactly what I wanted to do, to improve their health while losing weight and lowering their sugar levels. So I decided that I would do a lot of research about it, and I was going to give it a try. It sounded like it might be hard because I really loved my carbs, but I figured it couldn't hurt, right? I mean, I had already spent so many years trying to get other things to work. So I went all out. I read whatever I could find online, and I cut out all carbs from my diet. So every Friday night, I would sit down at my kitchen table with pen and paper to make my weekly meal plan and my grocery list. Every Saturday, I would be grocery shopping, and every Sunday would be spent prepping my meals for the coming week. Unfortunately, even with all of that planning, it was still very difficult for the first couple of weeks, since no one in my house was doing keto with me. Now, there were a lot of things that I couldn't get rid of, and I had to continue to buy them, so it made it very hard for me to fight any cravings that I had. I mean, every time I looked in the pantry, there was plenty of sugar-loaded sweets that I absolutely loved. Even cooking dinner was difficult. I mean, when I would make my family things like mac and cheese or mashed potatoes, I would be so tempted to take just a little nibble of it. So this made me change the way that I was doing things. I started eating before I made dinner for the rest of my family, so that I wouldn't be tempted to eat anything that I was making for them. I even decided to designate specific shelves in my pantry and in my kitchen cabinets for the foods that my children ate, and one for the foods that I ate. This way, when I'm making my food, I don't have to look at any of the foods that I might be tempted to cheat with. Now, by the time that my next doctor appointment came, I had lost 25 pounds and I was feeling so much better about myself. I was so excited to see my test results. My doctor was amazed when he looked at my test results. He told me that not only had I lowered my sugar levels, that I had lowered them so much that I didn't need to be on medication, and I was no longer a pre-diabetic. We were both even amazed that by now my thyroid medication needed to be lowered. So I left my doctor's appointment feeling so happy and proud of myself. It was so different than the depressed and scared feeling I had after my last appointment, that on my drive home, all I could think about was how happy I was and how the keto diet had changed my life. I decided then and there that I would continue to follow the ketogenic diet for the rest of my life. I was so happy that I wanted to tell everyone that I knew about the keto diet and how it had changed my life. Now, unfortunately, not many people I knew were interested in keto or the benefits that it could offer. And the people that were kept telling me how hard it sounded because they didn't think that they could give up their pizza and their sodas, or it was too hard to plan their meals and prep their foods. Maybe they didn't have time to cook, or that no one else in their house would do keto with them. So eventually, my sister-in-law Kim said that she would be willing to give keto a try since she had just joined a weight loss contest with her mom's group, and she hadn't been having any luck with the other diets or workout routines that she had tried in the past. Over the next couple of weeks, we talked on the phone a few times, and I sent her a grocery list, some recipes, and some meal plan ideas. So she stuck with it and started seeing results. In fact, she was so happy with the results that after the weight loss contest ended, she decided to stay on the keto diet. Now, after a while, the holidays rolled around, and she had decided that she was going to take a break. Now, while on break, this is when she realized that keto was helping her with more than just losing weight. So, Kim has Crohn's disease, and when she began eating sugar and carbs again, her symptoms started to flare up and cause her more problems. Also, during her break from keto, she was having a lot of jaw pain, and she was taking Advil almost daily to relieve it. So, after the holidays had passed, she decided to go back on keto because it had helped her manage her Crohn's disease, while the weight loss was just an added bonus. Only a few days after being back on keto, she noticed that her jaw pain was gone. So this connection showed her that keto not only allowed her to lose the weight that she had been carrying around since having her kids, but the no sugar and low carb, the moderate protein, and the high fat vastly decreased the inflammation in her body. Now, I really loved helping Kim learn about the keto diet. So I was so happy when she told me how keto had helped her feel better that I wanted to help more people to lose weight and feel better too. So I decided that I wanted to take what I had learned that had helped me and Kim so much and use it to help as many people as I could so that they could get the results from the start without feeling so overwhelmed or having to do all of the hard work of finding the recipes and creating the meal plans and doing all their shopping lists. So I created the From Zero to Keto system. It's an easy to follow, done for you plan that was designed to take you from zero knowledge about keto to having everything that you need to succeed on the keto diet in 21 days. So that's how I started the keto diet. I hope it has shown you that there is light at the end of the tunnel and you can reach your goals. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.